In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an interactive invitation so that you can send an invite to your friends and family for your next big gathering. Whether it's a birthday, a wedding, or a surprise party, you'll be able to share this link with your friends and family so that they can have an interactive experience instead of just another text blast or particle invite. Let's dive right in. First thing you're going to have to do is go into Create and type in website. You can come in and just click the regular website. And what's going to happen is when you publish it, you'll have an option to automatically resize it to different sources. The first step you're going to want to do is come in and just pick a background. So it really depends. If you're trying to go for a wedding invite, you might want like a beach background or flowers, something to represent your event. I'm going to make mine for a wedding invitation. You can adapt yours for whatever you want. So I'm going to come up here for my element and I'm just going to click flowers, do a flower field, I'm thinking. So I can go to photos and I can pick a photo, or because it's a website and it'll be interactive, you can also come to videos. So like I say, on all my videos, I have the teacher edition of Canva. So I have all the EDUs available, most pro features. So just be mindful when you're making yours. I'm going to come and I kind of like this one. So I'm going to set this video as my background. And now what I want to do is I want a digital invitation. So I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to come up here. I can do photos or I can do graphic. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick first one. This is the first thing that they are going to see. So you want to come into text. You want to say something along the lines of you're invited or get ready to party, something along those lines. I'm going to change the font, want it a little bigger, and I'm going to change it to cursive. If I'm doing a wedding invite, something along those lines, I want it to be a little bit more formal. And now this is kind of the key part, especially if you have family members or friends that are not tech savvy, that aren't going to click around and figure out what to do next. You want to create another text box that just says click the seal, click the button, whatever you want. And you might be asking, there is no seal, there is no button. So what I'm going to do, you can always not do this step, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a seal here to make it look a little bit more fancy and to give them a physical, tangible thing to press so that they can go to the next step. So I'm going to go on seal and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to type envelope seal. I could also and actually click this envelope with a seal. The issue is that obviously it's a picture, so I would have to go in and edit it and go into magic grab, which I could do and just grab it. Easy enough. So you have multiple options to do this. The other way I can do this is just click on envelope seal and have one myself. And this is a blank one, so now I can even add my initials in here if I wanted to. Whichever way you want to go with it, it's really up to you. I'm going to come in and I'm going to get my own, and I am going to actually just put in a text box. I'm going to put my initials, or I could even do my initials plus the person. If like this is a wedding invite or something, I can put in the initials of the other person, right? I'm just going to put my initials here for now. I'm going to scale it down. So what I can do, since this is way too big, is I can select this, move the envelope out of the way, select these two things and group it. And now I can make it smaller. I can bring this envelope back in, make sure that it's centered with those purple lines, make my seal even smaller, put it on here, make it bigger. And if my envelope is too big, I can make the envelope smaller, do it however you want, adjust it however you want, whatever looks best to you. Now that I have this first step, I'm ready to move on to the next one. Now, what I'm going to want to do is go to the three dots and click duplicate. And now I have two of the same thing. So now what I can do is come back to this first page and click on this seal. I'm going to click on here and I'm going to ungroup my text box and my picture. This actually won't work if it's grouped because the text can't be linked for some reason. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my seal. I'm going to right click, or I'm going to click on the three dots and click on link and go to my second page. Doesn't matter what the title is. And what this is going to do is when I am in my preview and I click on this, let's just move this slightly so that you can tell the difference. What's going to happen is when I click on preview and I click on the seal, it's going to move to that second page. So now that you're ready for the second page, let me just move this back. I now need to replace this envelope with an open one. When you're clicking the seal, you want it to actually open. So I'm going to need a picture of an open envelope. I do want to match this one as close as I can, obviously. Can't find the exact one. For this one, graphics might work a little better just because there's no background and you can kind of manipulate graphics a little better, I'm just going to choose this one. I'm going to replace it and I'm going to get rid of these words. Now, I kind of want this in the same exact spot so that it's a match move. Obviously, this is not the same envelope, so you can pick and choose. I can get one that's a bit wider. Let's say this one. The issue with this one is that there is no top to it, right? So I can move around, see which ones I like the best, play around with it, but I'm going to choose this. I can move the seal out of the way, or I can just put it in the back. Obviously, when you open it, the AL isn't going to be on the same side unless you have it sealed on both sides somehow, which is not how that works. So I can come and I can pick another seal if I really wanted to, or just pick the same seal and just go like that. And I can layer it back. So I can do control bracket, layer it back like that. Or I can just right click, click on layer, go bring back, but I already did that. So now it won't give me that option. So now what I can do is, this is the key step, because without this, it's going to kind of look janky. Now what I can do is I can click on my envelope, click on edit, go to see all, and go to magic grab. Now, again, this is a premium feature, so if you don't have it, you might have to find a workaround, or you can go into the other pictures that you saw before and have like a top envelope and bottom envelope and do it that way. But if you do have the pro version or the education version, you're gonna click on brush. You don't wanna click on auto detect. You can see if it works, but as you can see, AI is only getting this transparent corner. So click on brush, and you're just gonna wanna brush the front of the envelope. I'm doing this pretty fast, but the slower and more accurate you do it, the better it'll look for the most part. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to click on grab. And what that's going to do is it's going to separate the foreground and the background. It's going to separate the front of the envelope from the open part of the envelope, so that way you can fit a letter inside of it. So as you can see, now I can move this around, which you're not going to need to move it around, but you are going to have to put the letter behind the front of it. So that's why you want to do that. So now what I'm going to want to do is go to elements, or since you already are creating your invitation, have your actual invitation. I just found this template over here. So what I want to do is I want to bring it into a new page. So I'm just going to drag it and bring it into page. So what I can do now is I can change this to time and a date, Saturday, May 8th at 7 p.m. Right? I can change anything on here. Obviously, if you have your own invitation, you got your own thing. You don't need to do this. I'm going to come in here, and since this is supposed to be a wedding, I'm going to put this wedding picture in here. And now what I can do is I can either take this whole thing, group it together, and I can copy it and I can paste it, but now it doesn't have its background. Or I can come over here and just quick download it by clicking on the three dots, click on download, and dragging in this picture, or this invitation rather. So now I have this. I want it to be a little smaller than the envelope itself so that it can theoretically fit behind it. And now you're going to want to layer this so it's behind your first layer, but in front of this back layer over here. You want to move it up a little bit, and now I can animate it so that it looks like it's coming out from the actual envelope. I'm going to animate it to, I like this baseline one, make sure it's going up. I'm going to adjust the speed on it. So now what this will look like, if I preview it, as I have it here, I'm going to click on the seal, and now I have my invitation that you can't see quite yet. You can leave it like this, and if you want to, you can bring this up more so that you kind of see the whole thing. You can do it that way too, or you can take this one step further and go into another text box and click the invite. Duplicate this page by going on to duplicate. Go back to the second page and click on the picture or the invite, click on link, and then click on the third page. And what this is going to do is once you click the invite itself, it's going to take you to this page. And now you can right click, go on to layer and bring to front, or just control right bracket, make this bigger, get rid of this invite side. And now you have your invite on full display. You can make it bigger, small, whatever you want to do with it. And the whole time this is happening, by the way, this is why you have your video in the background. You can also choose your own background, whatever you want to do. You can make it a static image, but because it's a website, you might as well make it a video. And you can fancy this up even more if you want to. You can add like a border to this. So if I go to elements and click on wedding or something, or click on wedding or invite and go to frames, I can actually go into here and click on a fancy frame, drag this in, and now I have this bordered here. I can also do it like that. So now your final product would look like this. I'm going to click on preview. I'm going to click on the invite. I'm going to click on the seal. It'll open up the invite, and now I can click on the invite and it'll enlarge it so that I can actually see the whole thing. Now you are ready to get the link and publish the website so that you can send this to your friend and your family. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on publish site. Now that you're all done, you can adjust whatever you want the site to be. I'm going to click on no navigation menu. It doesn't really matter what your site is called. When you send an invite, if you know how to do this, you can actually just edit it to whatever you want. And when they click on the link, it'll come up with this. When I was making my practice one that you saw in the preview, I just put a bunch of random letters because it didn't really matter. Apparently, you can only make one website on Canva, which I did not realize, unless you wanted to create a brand new domain, which I am not going to do. So be wary of that part, but it doesn't really matter because once you click on it and click on publish, it's going to pair your design. And now you can click on view your website. But now you have this as your final website. So it says you're invited and it says click the seal. I'm clicking the seal and then it says to click the invite. And now you have your invite itself. Pretty nice and easy. The one thing that I hope they do add in the future is the audio portion. As a note, while I was editing, you can technically embed music into your website. For when you do that, this is what happens. And so I have my thing here and it's a little playlist on the side that I can play from it myself for some reason. And now every time I try to click the seal, it just will not. And instead it'll play from here. I can't move this out of the way. It won't, nothing happens. And now it's playing multiple pages, but this isn't actually moving. Technically you can, I guess, question mark. You can make this transparent, then you wouldn't be able to see it. With regular presentations or flyers or whatever you're making, for the most part, these will change, but you'll usually have like an audio section here that you can add an audio to whatever you have if you drag and drop it. With this one, however, there is no option. So the only thing you can do is go to apps and either click on music or audio. There's not really much to do. If you do go to uploads and then audio, it'll say that audio files are not supported. Technically it's possible, but it's super unintuitive. So I hope they do fix that to make it very easy to just add audio to websites. Can't really add audio to this as of now, so hopefully Canva will add that feature so that when you click on this link and this website, it'll actually bring up some audio too so that you can have it playing in the background, which would be very nice. But as you can see, that is about it. We have our invitation, we have our background with the video of the flowers, we have our 3 pages. Right? 1, you click on the link, you get page 2, you click on the invitation, you get page 3. So that is how you make a clickable, interactive invitation using only Canva. And if you come back in here and go into setting, you'll see that there is an option to resize on mobile so that you can actually have this open on the computer, but also have it be able to resize itself for your mobile device as well. And you can change any of these options you would like. So that is about it for me. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. You can click over here to see more Canva tutorials of your choosing. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Let me know what you would like to see next. Other than that, have a great day, and I'm out.